Alright, T-LOL players, Teracotta League of Legends. This is the second in-house game that I played in, and unfortunately I had, of course, promised to record a commentary of another game from fellow members of Teracotta League of Legends who had played an in-house that I was not involved in, that other players were not, and it had been posted on the subreddit with a link for download, and unfortunately I was able to download it. However, it was through Baron Replay, and it started at 47 minutes. So and lasted for 3 more minutes when the game ended, which was rather unfortunate. I tried to let it load. I actually tried it 2 different times, and it just did not have the full game. So unfortunately, not able to provide that game as this commentary, which was really quite sad because I was watching the end of the game, of course, had 3 minutes to watch, and it was quite epic. It was very, very well thought. So, but unfortunately, this is what we're gonna have to deal with. So we have myself on the blue team. I'm Fizz. We have Thresh, Nocturne, Ezreal, Maokai. So Maokai in the top lane, Nocturne in the jungle, Fizz the mid lane, Ezreal and Thresh as our bot, ADC, and support respectively. For the purple team, we then have, of course, we have Ahri in the mid lane, Nidalee in the top, Sejuani jungle, Graves and Blitzcrank in our bot lane as the AD carry and support. Now, just before we get started on this, I'm going to try it. One of the things that I'm trying to do for improving is, of course, this isn't necessarily how a live game would be done, but just help myself get in the mood, get in the groove, get in the thinking style of how things are done. Talking about the strategy for each team. For the blue team, we have some excellent initiate from Nocturne, from Maokai, Thresh with his hooks, Fizz can ult as necessary to get. So for a team fight, they are looking to fight, looking to cause a lot of damage, and of course reduce a lot of it with that Maokai AoE, the increased armor and magic resist. But when we look at the purple team, of course, we have Ahri against Fizz. So for the laning phase, at least, that could be quite positive for the. Sorry, I'm just hearing things. So Fizz has the advantage there. For their team comp, however, they have Nidalee for the split push, for the picks, is an insane duelist, can get an early lead on the Maokai because that's what Nidalee does nowadays. The current patch. Sejuani, though, has some excellent engage or disengage. So should the blue team engage, she can always just throw out her Glacial Prison. Ah, that's what that was. To stop that out, zone whoever had initiated, whether it was Nocturne or Maokai, brought some serious power, not to mention the fact that we have a tank right in Sejuani, sort of tank in Blitzcrank, can be major problems, especially with that sort of CC that she provides. She provides that knock-up, the slow, the ult. It can be really problematic for these guys because these are an engaged team. There is not a lot of disengage except from Ezreal's Arcane Shift and Thresh's Lantern, and of course his Flay and Box. But if they go in, they are going to be there for a little while, which of course is not helped by the fact that Blitzcrank's here. Someone tries to get away, he can hook them in, or he can hook them in at the start. They're going to be Blitzcrank, Graves right there, very aggressive early lane, bot lane, and can get some major kills. Graves, of course, having that early damage, and with his dash, quick draw, he can surely dodge some of Ezreal's abilities. Ezreal being, of course, nothing but skill. I hope that I got that right. If I didn't, then you can just say so and make fun of me, because, you know, I've actually played a bit too many Ezreal games and I still don't know his quotes. Regardless, so that's how the game's probably going to go. We're going to have a lot of wards, hopefully, from the blue team, showing us controlling the toward the map for their picks, for their engage, so that they know when to go in. Because they certainly do not want to get hooked by Blitzcrank out of the blue or ambushed by Nidalee or Ahri, since Ahri has that massive burst. Similarly, of course, ward control is always positive, but where assassins are concerned, where the engage is, that's really crucial to make sure that no one dies or picks are made. So we have, of course, fairly standard. We have 4 people bot lane. Maokai, of course, has not. Was disconnected. Nidalee going for that ward on the blue buff. Get some nice vision, get some awareness. Clearly, they don't see any of blue team yet. No one's spotting each other. Just saw... we had a little duel between the 80 carries. Looks like it was fairly tied. Ezra was going to back. Oh, Blitzcrank with the almost hook. That was close. But Ezreal's interrupted his back. Thresh trying to do some zoning. Nothing much going on here. They're all grouped. They're going to invade. It's possible. We're not sure yet. But Graves showing up. This might be dangerous. They're all here. Nope. Nothing's really going to happen. Ezreal did recall. Nocturne, of course, is hanging out at his red buff. He's not too concerned. He has plenty of vision around. Thresh with that excellent ward. I believe it's from Thresh anyways. Let's see. Yes, it's from Thresh. Good support, good support. But Nidalee has shown up for the potential roam. They now see Fizz steps on the trap. Perhaps to get rid of it, perhaps I'm an idiot. Never really know, but just passing through on her way up to the top lane. Got that leveled up pounce early on. It's not a problem. Maokai teleported to the top lane since he showed up late. But nothing much happened here. They were both here. They didn't really leash for their jungles, bad mid laners. But getting that early XP, early CS. Fizz is behind early, though, with the 1 CS versus Ahri's 3. This could be an issue. In the bot lane, that's some serious damage. Ezreal's low, but both Graves and Blitzcrank have taken some damage. Blitzcrank, of course, with that passive could be baited. But the here's a plan. Let's put it on manual camera. That sounds great. But so it looks like they're up to full health. Ez has popped the pot already. Thresh going aggressive. Looks like they're just going to be trading autos. Oh, and the hook, the hook. Who's going to get first blood? There's a flash, there's a heal, ignite. Blitzcrank with the ignite gets first blood. Thresh with a nice hook. Those minions do a lot of damage right now. But Blitzcrank's doing everything he can to protect him. But Thresh with the flay, with the level up, is enough? Is he going to be able to kill him? Double kill. That is some excellent outplay by Thresh, using the minions to his advantage, pulling them, baiting them, making sure that they fought on his terms. Meanwhile, that's happening. Top lane is getting a gank. Maokai does not have his ult, so he could be going down. With a flash, just falls too short. It was a very unfortunate flash, but this is what Nidalee does. Gets that early lead. Maokai's teleport is down, so he's going to be taking a while. He's going to be hoofing it the entire way, all the top lane. So Nidalee, with that advantage, is going to push that lane. Sejuani probably should have stayed top. However, Fizz has taken down Ahri, and is immediately, Sej is just beelined mid, took him out, wasn't able to escape. Sej please. So, back to bot lane. Mid lane's now, of course, slightly in Fizz's favor. He has 3 CS ahead and a kill. Ahri has an assist, but Ahri's going for that Chalice first. Needs that magic resist against Fizz's early damage, as well as, of course, Chalice being great for her clearing, getting the farm safely, pushing wave as necessary, because she does want to push this wave. Fizz doesn't have much wave clear. If he pushes the wave, he can then roam, perhaps make things happen in other lanes, specifically bot lane, because right now, blue team bot lane does have an advantage with that double kill that Thresh had. Granted, he's a support, but still, that is something. Nidalee's likely not going to need too much help with that kill, as well as the fact that he already is a major lane bully. So bot lane, they're pushed to the tower. Sejuani probably going to make her way down. I'm going to want to gank there. Going to have to watch out for this ward here, though. Can go for the lane gank, perhaps level 4. No one's quite got their ult yet. Nidalee is leading in levels. But, and there we have it. There's the Sejuani coming bot lane. Nocturne, of course, is at the fountain, nowhere near this. There's the pink ward. They know that they've been seen. Gonna clear that ward out, though. A little bit of Thresh got a nice hook. I don't think nothing much is gonna happen here. Top lane, just, you know, standard. They just farm it out. Nidalee throws some poke around occasionally, though. Maokai is doing an excellent job keeping up the CS. But some harass going down. Nidalee has that heal. Maokai's passive gonna help him some, but not quite enough. We have some farming going down. Looks like I'm just messing around, I guess. Just working on the farm, waiting till level 6. When he hits level 6, he of course has the opportunity to kill. And it looks like Nocturne going really aggressive with the flash. But here is Sejuani. Fizz is trying to stop him. Looks like nothing much is going to get pinned here. Well played by the purple team. That was an excellent counter game. Okay. Sejuani's going to stick around, making sure that if Nocturne shows up again, he will be hitting 6 soon, so that is something to watch out for, because if he hits 6, he will be able to gank either of these lanes. Though, of course, the problem is that Nidalee, of course, as a cougar, can just pounce away. Ahri has her 3 dashes with her ult, so could be a problem, but we'll see. Perhaps, so the best way to play this would be for Fizz to get rid of that ult by acting somewhat aggressive and then asking for the Nocturne gank. But looks like Fizz going aggressive. He is level 6. Ahri is also level 6. All her ult charges are through. So now it's going to be, they're going to be baiting each other. Ahri is almost though. Has to be very careful because Fizz can just go ham up. Looks like he's going to get the ignite. That was rather close. Both going to be really low. Of course, the wave is pushed against Fizz. He can't quite leave, so he's going to need to push this out. Well. Bot lane, fairly even. Both ADCs are basically Support's pretty much the same. When we look at the farm, I could have sworn I fixed this. I apologize for those of you that expected better. I should have done this way earlier. We had a blitzcrank hook. That was really well done on the low health Thresh. Here comes Sejuani coming in for the gank. They're not going to be able to make away from this. Thresh is not level 6. Does not have the box. Excellent flag, but we do have this Sejuani ult play, drawing them away. Notice he went towards the bush to make sure that they didn't do this. So, probably be pushing this out, then go for Dragon. They have the pressure, or one person's down. Fizz is nowhere near there. But looks like Sejuani is going to head back into the jungle. They decided they were too low. Graves doesn't have the mana. Look, there's that Nocturne ult. Maokai does have his ult. Looks like Nidalee might be going down here. Yep, that fear was quite excellent. Maokai just going boom, and his ult running out as they get the kill. Very well played. Good presence by Maokai. Watching for when Nidalee went aggressive. That would have been a kill on Maokai, very likely, or at least most of his mana gone. Nidalee probably could have gotten out, but Nidalee's teleport is back up, as is Maokai's, so both of them could easily get to the top lane if they choose. Nidalee, currently just in base, probably shopping. Back in the mid lane, yep, there's that teleport, so currently blue team has the advantage, teleport advantage, could go to mid. Oh, Fizz going aggressive, Army missing that charm, Playful Trickster is painful. He does still have his ult, so if she stays, this could be a problem. But Sejuani sees it. Sejuani's smart, evidently. Knows exactly what I was planning. And there's the aggression. There's the phase. Playful Trickster. There's the dash. Up. Can he auto? No. But he gets it. He does get the kill. But Sejuani does still kill him. 1 for 1. Fizz does get the kill over Ahri, though. So he is definitely ahead of her. Certainly has that 8 CS advantage. Bot lane, look at the CS, it's about even. Nice duel going on here though. Thresh almost dying, but he is just slightly too tanky, and with the lantern can shield himself to a certain extent. But we see a little bit of a silly going on. Oh, that was a very unfortunate, barely missing that. See a interesting flash as apparently got panicked. That was probably was expecting Sejuani. She has been kind of everywhere. But so now blue team bot lane does have an advantage. 3 kills versus their 2. Of course, both supports doing work. We have Nocturne, very sneaky, showing up for the lane gank. And his ult is not anywhere close, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. He's just waiting there. He's patient. But Bristle and Sejuani just heading down. Might be coming in. Nope, they're just going to ward. They're going to look for a pick. They are hoping to catch Fizz by surprise if he does a roam, evidently. Coming bot lane, though. They do not have this Tri-Bush warded. That is a bad thing for blue, because they have no idea what is happening. This is warded. They do know that Nocturne is there, but Sejuani's just going to back off anyways. So, massive wave bot lane. Maybe they're going to get this tower. Here comes Sejuani, but she is spotted, so both junglers, everyone knows where all the junglers are. Blitzcrank is at half health, so that's something to be careful about. Oh my god, I suck at casting. We had a pull from Nocturne. At this point, Thresh is shielding himself, trying to take off as much of the damage as possible. Blitzcrank passive has been popped. They are forced to back off. Blue team has appeared to have won this trade, pushed the wave. This is a good time to recall. Looks like they're going to go for the early harass, though. Ezreal is still at full health, does have his nice poke from his Q. And if Thresh lands a hook, they could easily get a kill. But they don't know where Sejuani is. Sejuani still could have showed up, but it looks like everyone's going to back off. Ez is going to try to recall. Of course, that's going to be interrupted. And in the top lane, we have Nidalee taking out Maokai completely. I was completely unaware of that. I apologize. Multitasking, learning to cast is rather interesting for sure. Something to watch out for. Fizz has a clear advantage over Ahri. Fizz's ult is up. Ahri's is not. If he goes up, here we go. Here's the aggression. Here's the aggression. This should be a kill. Doesn't have anything. There's the ignite. That was brutal. Ahri staying a little too aggressive. Oh, bot lane. We have a nice slay. Good box. Excellent. Slowing down Sejuani. She hasn't been able to do anything. Thresh getting a little greedy though. Well, perhaps Ezreal as well. Ezreal is really low. Thresh could... No, Ezreal is backing off. So now, Thresh gonna hook... Apologies. Nocturne chasing it out. Doesn't end up getting it. Then we have the invade, but Fizz is still low because he was just pushing mid lane and is unable to join this. Oh, he's coming in. This is a bad idea. Looks like they're both gonna kill. Fizz just walking up. Playful trickery. That was depressing. It was silly to just walk past him. But Nidalee, of course, is also able to go top lane even after her presence. Bot lane isn't going to lose anything. Excellent use of the teleport. Very good job. Both junglers backing. Looks like not going to be any sort of dragon, just like the previous game that I recorded. Didn't have any real early dragon presence. Maokai, having issues with the top lane, knows he's not going to bother showing up there. He's just going to take some of this jungle. Might be heading mid after this. He is close enough for it for sure. Because Ahri is rather far up, and Nocturne and Fizz are both there. Can show up. Perhaps these three collapse on Ahri. Could be a major problem. Ahri getting pings from her team. They do know that this could be an issue, but this could be... Sejuani with an excellent interrupt shows up, stops the kill, and Nidalee, here is Nidalee, going aggressive. Fizz going for the kill. He manages to catch it. Maokai has survived so far. He does escape, even with Sejuani and Nidalee there. Fizz then going aggressive again, with tower diving, being tanked by Nocturne. Fizz going to get that kill, has that playful trickster as necessary. Gonna get out 3 for nothing, and this looks like it's gonna be a mid lane turret. Excellent pressure. They're gonna be able to roam after this some more. They're rather low. This is all they're going to get. They're not going to get Dragon right now, but this opens up the map so much for blue team. Nice lead for the blue team as well. Good 1,500 gold. Looks like they're going to give Fizz that blue buff since he is getting a lot of the kills. Though they are low, so they're going to have to do this quickly because Dragon looks like purple team might have been pinging it. Nope. Sejuani's going top, wants that red buff. Then we have some more fighting going on. Blitzcrank with the CC and the silence does so much damage. But those two are going to survive. The two can make it out. Gonna probably recall at this point because if they get caught by anything, they will die. They don't have the health for this. But Maokai is showing up. They are trying to bait this. So is Ahri. This could be bad. This clash, purple team's gonna win this. And Thresh just vanishes. Not what they were planning whatsoever. Maokai, of course, showing up with his ult, but it's only on him. Going for that Blitzcrank so hard. Gets it with a flash. 2 for 1 so far. Looks like he's going to get out. Purple team, very well played. Maokai then, of course, using his teleport to go top lane, but I think he's about to die. That was a poor... Oh, man, that was a horrible, horrible idea. Was not expecting that damage. They probably thought his turret would be there for a few seconds more. Fizz was coming, so maybe that was another thing he was thinking. But, you know, looks Fizz is going for this Nidalee. Who has the damage? Nidalee with that protection. Oh, wow. The Q is not enough. But, excellent Bola Glacial Prison by Sejuani. Getting the kill. Completely faked him out. Fizz not able to use his playful trickster, still on cooldown. He's not able to survive that. So they got a tower and 2 people for just 1. And there's another tower, so 2 towers for that. And then Nocturne in the bot lane was caught, was killed. They did get a tower for it, sort of worth, but they worth 3v2 was poorly played on their part. And then, Ezreal looks like he's gonna die. That damage, that hook. See, this is the thing about Blitzcrank. Him being part of the game, he can just turn anything around. You use your mobility around him, and you have no way to escape him after that point. And here is the Dragon, finally. 18 minutes in, Dragon, purple team. I don't think that blue team can contest. Fizz, of course, showing up, but he doesn't have smite. He could play for Trickster in, but that's about it. And then Blitzcrank, of course, like I just said, could just pull him because his mobility is gone. But that's all.
Purple team has
and then Graves killing Thresh, because Thresh getting too greedy, staying under his tower, trying to protect it. Was poorly played, but Fizz is showing up. This could be dangerous. He is fed 740. I suppose I shouldn't say that's fed, but he has a lot more damage than Graves does. Looks like he's going to be getting that kill. Nocturne is showing up. And Fizz does completely annihilate him. Staying too long. And Maokai, with his ult, is tanky. Should be able to get away, just walking along, but that percent damage is doing work. He's going to die. I was completely wrong. Yeah, with that collapse, Ahri, of course, could have also always ulted in, get the charm. He was a dead tree. Forest needed some trimming, evidently, and Cat wanted to use him as a scratching post. So, Ezreal's been pushing that bot lane, probably going to need to rotate mid. Rotation. Great. Nocturne going in with the ult. Oh, targeting the Sejuani, making sure to do as much damage as possible, but Fizz getting Glacial Prisoned and Charm has to get out. Barely makes it out with his life, with his playful trickster. Thresh still going on the Nidalee. Manages to take her out, but this could be trouble. There are 2 people following him, and they are both fairly mobile champions. And there's Blitzcrank. Looks like that's going to spell death for this Thresh. He's going to use Baron, try to escape. It's futile, though. He goes down. 2 for 1. And nothing. Fizz does get doesn't get anything off that. I thought that Fizz killed Ahri, my bad. But here's Maokai showing up with that ult, doing lots of damage, and Fizz has, with the turnaround, completely destroys Graves. Was not expecting anything. And then here, coming in for the cleanup, Maokai still alive, able to survive those 2. Fizz going in with the Q, with procs, is able to take out Ahri, completely melt her. Ezreal gets the kill, actually. Fizz turning around, seeing that Ezreal is in trouble, goes in with her. He's almost dead, and Nidalee trying for the outplay, but 1v2 is not able to pull it off. Isn't able to get the heals, because Fizz's Trident is a healing debuff. So, Trident. Seastone Trident. Ah, I was close. But excellent turnaround, very well played. Maokai sacrificing his life to get the kills on Ahri and Nidalee and Graves. Nocturne, Thresh, and Maokai, of course, all dying through that fight, so I suppose it was actually fairly even. But Fizz is a terrifying hyper carry. 10-4-1 at this point, and only seems to be getting stronger as it goes on. Something to watch out for. Problem, he is really low right now, but he seems to want to fight. He seems to think that if there is enough CC, if Thresh lands that hook, but Fizz is in the wrong place. Thresh was looking to fight, and Fizz is nowhere near there. He's watching that blue buff. He's hungry. But don't think too much is going to happen there. Looks like blue team is backing off. Maokai is at the turret, looking to put some damage on Nidalee. Can, of course, just duke it out with her because Nidalee is a lot stronger than he is at this moment. Solid CS lead, the 24 CS ahead, as well as, of course, 3 kills, though she is 3 assists behind, but that doesn't matter because Nidalee has a lot of damage. And its burst. Notice this Blade of the Ruined King opting not to go for the Triforce first, thinking that she needs to be able to get that sustained from the Blade of the Ruined King. Nice burst from the active. Can use that to chase people down, and as people can try to get away. Maokai is dueling it out with Nidalee. We have Fizz coming up, but that Maokai is getting so much damage reduced from his ult. The sapling completely annihilating that Nidalee. Totally not expected. I was wrong. Fizz going completely aggressive on this. I don't think Ahri's going to be able to survive this. Yeah, he's just going to auto her, walk away. Really low health, but it's not a problem for him. He is a monster right now. 11-4. She was 1-5. Bit much. Full item up. Of course. And it looks like they're going to be giving this blue buff over to Fizz for that hyper carry. But we have a sneaky move here, looking to get a catch on someone. Gonna be real mobile, no wards for the blue side, notice. Very few. And Thresh just vanishes completely without anything happening. There's a teleport from Maokai. He is half health. Something to be careful of. Nocturne going for the Graves, gonna try to kill him. Sejuani has been locked up. Ezreal and Maokai together are quite painful. Excellent Glacial Prison. There's the Nocturne taking out the Graves. Sejuani trying to escape. Looks like has the mobility with the Arctic Assault to get out. Might be slightly greedy though to be pushing those minions out. Ahri is there, and Maokai's going to catch the Blitz. Nice flash, gonna get out. Maokai is actually in a bad spot, currently being collapsed upon. Those two are really mobile. He is low health. There's no way he's gonna survive. Ahri opting to use the ult to make sure he does not get executed. Blitzcrank's really low, been sticking around, has been pinged by the blue team though, but they are going to back off. They don't have too many wards in this area, don't know where people are. And there's Ezreal, of course, arcane shifting over towards Blitzcrank, and still getting hooked, just as Sejuani and Nidalee took at the same time. Fizz there, can't do anything to save that Thresh. He's just gonna book it out of there. He wants to fight, evidently, but the two of them are too much. He cannot, of course, fight them both at the same time with that knockup, with the potential Glacial Prison that he's not a good enough player to keep the cooldown check. But Fizz going aggressive, not really doing too much, just one combo, completely half health. That is solid. They're getting some wards down. Fizz playing careful though, he knows his team isn't anywhere. Purple team does have the advantage at this point. They are 4,000 gold ahead. This can turn around in just one team fight though, so Ord and Dragon can be very solid. Blue team has this warded, are aware of this, and they're making their way towards it. Don't have it, Maokai is nowhere near, does not have his teleport up. And then gets hooked. That was unfortunate. Thresh getting hooked. Still heads the dragon. Nocturne and Thresh going down for that. Snowballing even more. Almost a 6,000 gold lead now. Fizz using the Playful Trickster. They're trying to gauge on him. Ezreal and Fizz both caught in bad spot. See that there's Playful Trickster. Excellently done. Playful Trickster out. Looks like he's going to survive against the odds. Maokai showing up to reinforce him. Really helpful for him. And Fizz recalling, he's dancing, he's coming back in. This is terrible FPS, I apologize. Maokai with his ult was so tanky, but was not able to take out all three of them. It was too much damage. Blitzcrank does have that sheen. Is going for that Frozen Fist. Iceborne Gauntlet, I'm sorry. Going for the Iceborne Gauntlet for that damage. Oh, but then there's this kiting. Not sure what's going on. Thresh getting greedy. Literally flashes out. Wise move. Fizz would have just annihilated him. And Nocturne completely just grabbed and bursted. Once again, that sheen is doing work. Blitzcrank with the clutch grabs. Very well done. Not to mention the fact that, of course, Nidalee and Sejuani are both very fed, actually. Getting a little problematic. Needs some wards. Needs to get some control on this. Getting a little out of blue team's hand. Let's look at the items right now while I get the chance, because at our skill level, we are all about this fighting. This is rather difficult for sure. So we have Maokai, of course, rush that Rod of Ages. That's fairly standard. Then started getting the Spectre's Cowl, which is reasonable given the magic damage from Blitzcrank, Ahri, and Sejuani. Sejuani being a tank, but has a somewhat decent amount of magic damage that a lot of people like to discount. But so there's that. Got the Warden's Mail for the early harass against Nidalee. That's a good move. Needs that as well for the Graves with all those auto attacks. Next, could build that into either a Frozen Howl for the mana and cooldown reduction, or the Warden. I think Randuin's Omen. Both are quite efficient items against their team comp. Personally, I would recommend Randuin's, but moving on, we have Nocturne. 2, 4, and 3 has an Spirit of the Ancient Golem and a Ravenous Hydra. Rather interesting choice, but is opting for the Clear Speed, Wave Clear, and the Lifesteal, perhaps. Interesting spot to recall. Have some dancing going around. Blitzcrank speeding up, trying to catch them. Not much happening here, though. Nidalee is in the top lane, so looks like blue team could force a fight because it is currently 5v4 for them. Ezreal going in. Ezreal with the Arcane Shift, though. Oh god, he gets hooked. Major problems here. Fizz is almost annihilated. Has to get out. Nidalee's coming from the side while this fight is going on. Blitzcrank trying to get the hook under the tower. Does not happen. Currently 1 for 1. When Nidalee is in the area, though. Oh, and Nidalee almost taking out Ezreal. There's the Glacial Prison finally coming out. Gonna lock up that Maokai. Maokai's ult is on cooldown. Cannot reduce that damage. Is going to die. As Nocturne's gonna spell shield, but it's not enough. They have too much CC, too many slows. Cannot stop that. Ezreal and Fizz get away. But we have only Graves dying. 1 for 3. That's some pretty large pressure. Looks like they're gonna get a blue buff as well. Oh, not looking good for the blue team right now. Need to make some catches. Go back to those builds. Oh, Thresh has a nice hook while she has the aggro. Oh, very good job. Not much to do. Sejuani is just gonna leave. Of course, the purple team is in the area. Blitzcrank with an excellent hook. Ezreal keeps on being caught by these hooks, even with his Arcane Shift, is unable to get out of them because of the Blitzcrank ult. The silence is excellent. Ezreal getting a kill, Fizz getting another kill on Ahri. Fizz doing what he can and getting much damage. Talisman of Ascension has been activated. Thresh wants to fight, and oh my god, those two just got annihilated. They're just out of nowhere, completely unexpected. Excellent flank. Very good job. Thresh gonna make his way out. But he might get caught. Blitzcrank is really fast, and Thresh making some interesting jukes, going for the bot lane towers, going through the jungle. It's only Blitzcrank right now. Thresh is going to do what he can, but the Blitzcrank ult and Ignite is going to be too much. Absolutely can't handle it. Maokai showing up looking for that Blitzcrank grab, and Nocturne as well showing up, but he's dancing out. That Maokai ult is tanking everything. There are 3 of them focusing him, and they're not able to do anything to him. Finally ends, and what looks like Graves is, they are targeting Graves, almost got him killed. So Blitzcrank damage, that does have a lot of damage, but the Nocturne, or Q, is able to do so much. Dustbringer, able to finish off Graves while they auto Blitzcrank to death, finally. Maokai coming in really low, though. This could be quite bad. Ari could just turn on him and kill him instantly. Fizz is showing up, though. That's what they're banking on. They're hoping that he has the burst, and he does. His ult used, and she was just deleted. Absolutely. And let's look at his items. He has Zonias, he has Lich Bane, getting that Codex, looking for that DFG. He doesn't have the farm, not farm. He's farming champions. He has the gold, has the stat, the KDA for the DFG, Deathfire Grasp, because he's the one doing so much damage, needing to carry, getting that cooldown reduction for his Playful Trickster as well, needs to be able to use that. The Zonia is needed because the opposing team has been trying to focus him up. There's the Ezreal, that massive burst, and of course the game will now exit. This is incredibly unfortunate. So, thank you, Riot. I appreciate it. Well, just gonna say right now that the blue team, we end up losing. How it ends up going down is lose a few team fights. I believe purple team ends up getting a Baron, push down mid, take inhibs, and Fizz. I certainly wasn't able to just do enough damage. They had some excellent positioning on the purple team. Very good team fighting, as you've seen. Good catches. Is Blitzcrank. I would say if I had to choose an MVP between all these, I would say Blitzcrank. He made so many plays for his team. Normally I don't recommend building damage, but he was providing for a significant amount, because Graves was focused pretty severely, certainly by myself as Fizz, but Nocturne going on him several times as well. But this was an excellent game. Again, I had some issues with distractions, with knowing names, losing my train of thought as a caster, so things to watch out for. This will hopefully improve as time goes on, not to mention having a duo partner also can help you fill in the gaps if you're streaming yourself, but experience, so start recording those games yourselves, record, and cast as many as possible with a duo, without, either way, it'll be excellent help. Focus on whatever you're trying to do, whether you're trying to be a color caster, which I'm told is what I sound like, at least, what I've been focusing on, which I totally understand since I've been doing a lot of the team fighting and not talking too much about the rotations, about the builds and so on, though I am trying to incorporate that as well, but it's just so exciting, you know, those team fights. But work on that yourselves, and just get those games out. We hoping to have some fun at Teracotta League of Legends in houses. I've been trying to be on it each night. This is the second night, of course, after everyone started to join. I showed up on EU West earlier today. I'm going to be back on the NA games later this evening, and hopefully you guys come and join us, having a blast. Can come talk to me, play with me, against me, show me just how bad I am, and maybe you'll end up in the next spectated and streamed game that I do. Not to mention, however, if you also cast a game, send it my way. I'll look at it, I'll read it. If it's a T-LOL game, I'll probably end up on the YouTube page, working on our content for that. But hope to see you guys on the Rift. We'll be sending updates your way about what's happening at Teracotta League of Legends shortly enough. And have a excellent evening, or day, or morning, whenever you're watching this. I hope it's great.